things I'd like to see in the Owl House. Now, something I'd like to see is Ida's arm situation. At the end of King's Tide, we saw that Rain grabbed that arm, chucked it off, and let it dissolve into the wind, ever so majestically. But what's going to happen? Is Ida going to get a new arm? I don't believe she's going to get a new arm. Has she just kept herself one-armed? Are we going to see her struggling, or are we just going to have seen her master it as one would? Well, the answer is that I don't think they will. I believe that Ida will quite simply either do two things. One, go to Alador, or Alador will go to her and offer her a new Abomaton arm. I mean, how cool would it be to see her go all Inspector Gadget with some big, new Abomaton arm with a bunch of cool features as a way of Alador forgiving Ida for all of the wrong that his Abomatons have done. And then Adalia just shows up and tries to take herself. No, one thing I want to see is Odalia die. that one's very basic, but yes. Another thing that I believe Ida could do for her arm is she could use her Harpy mode. She could either stay in it full time, or she could just use it to regrow her hand if the Owl Beast does that. Another thing I would like to see is Lilith's Harpy form. I don't know if it would exactly be called a Harpy form, because unlike Ida, Lilith has a Raven Beast as confirmed by the director. So that one will have to be seen, I guess, what it would be called. Maybe it'd be her murder form, because, Flock of Crows is called a murder, if you guys didn't know. Another thing I would like to see is what's going on with the situation of the king himself and the collector. I was originally going to say the collector, but I messed that up, so it's whatever. Has King finished writing his rules for his Owl House game? And what exactly has the collector done with him? He's been meaning to play with that little Titan baby for years. Has he tortured him? Is he capturing his friends and using them as leverage? What is going on between King and the collector? I really want to see what happens, and I don't exactly need to see it in thanks to them, but I'd at least like to see it at the end or something. I need to see what's going on in the demon realm. But that's not exactly a need. I don't need to see it, but I can. Another thing I'd like to see. Why does the collector need an owl house, as he says when he builds one? He does not know what the actual owl house is. So is he building, like some YouTubers have suggested, a tree? Has he built a ginormous tree? As we've seen in the poster for Thanks to Them, there is a tree in the background, but that appears to be either the one that we saw Amity and Luz create in Enchanting Gromfright, or is that just a peach tree, which naturally exists? If you haven't seen one, they're very beautiful. I definitely recommend Googling them. But as I said, is it just a peach tree that happens to be in a graveyard that they will visit? Which is something I do believe they will do based off the poster, but I'm not getting into what I think will happen in the episode. I'm getting into what I'd like to see. And something else that I think will happen, which is a very great segue. Something else that may happen is a ship that has been classified as Lunter, as I'm pretty sure somewhere, possibly in a tweet, Dan Terrace said that Luz might break up with Amity. I don't think it's true, but I just want to put that out there, because if it is true in the episode, I'm going to be very happy that it was predicted. Don't think it's going to happen. Don't want it to happen, but if it does, I did say it. I don't think any other YouTubers have said it, but I did. Alright. Well, I've been your host, Time. That's all the time I have. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to watch Thanks to Them. And speaking of thanks to them, thanks to you for watching. And yet again, I've been your host, Time, and goodbye.